Okay.
Should I start?
Yes, you should start. Yeah.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني ويفقهوا قولي ربنا زدنا علما ربي يسر ولا تؤثر وتمم بالخير وبك نستعين. Respected Chairman, Dr. Mahmood, all the Ustadas, teacher trainees here, and all the students of Al-Qur'an Institute, Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
So today we are going to start lesson 51, which deals with Illa. Let me start sharing. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, it's open now.
This lesson deals with Illa. Illa is called Hurufe Istisna. Hurufe Istisna signifies the or exclusion in a sentence. It is used to exclude a particular part from the general statement with three parts in it. You know, it is a tool which is used in Arabic grammar to exclude something from a big group or from something. You show the exclusion of one particular thing or a group of a thing from other things. And it has three components. When used in a sentence, there is to that sentence. One is Hurfe Istisna, the second is Hurufe Mustasna, and the third is Mustasna Minhu. The exclusion tasna, which is illa. And what is being excluded is mustasna. And what it is being excluded from is called mustasna min. For example, in English, if we take a sentence like, we saved him and his family except his wife. So with the Arabic word illa here. So what is the huruf istasna in the sentence? Can somebody unmute and tell me? In this English sentence, except his wife.
Except huruful.
Mashallah. So except, which in Arabic is called illa, this is huruf istasna. And can you tell me the group, the big group, mustasna minhu, from which is excluded?
We forgot the sentence now.
We saved him and his family, except his wife.
His wife is the excluded part, and we saved him. It's too the excluded part. Mustasna.
So the group is him and his family. The wife is excluded now. So the big group of him and his wife, mustasna minhu. Always remember this term by this word minhu. Min is from, who remember who, then you know that that is the group from which something or someone is being excluded. Three and mustasna minhu. I want, before we go ahead, let us take this first example, and then you can give me an example from here. Okay, please give me the three components of the hurufe istisna sentence.
So one is the istathna, which is represented by the harf illa. In this case, we are using. And the second, the musta exclude. Jumlatul istisna?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes. It has got two elements, two components, as Ustad said. One is mustasna, and in the middle, harful. Many people pronounce it is wrong. It is istisna, not istasna, istisna. Get it right from now, inshallah.
Istisna.
Istisna, yeah, good.
Istisna. Good.
Inshallah.
So what was the sentence called? Jumlatul istithna?
Yes.
Yeah.
And can somebody else come and take this example of the sentence? Fasajadu illa iblis. Prostrated except iblis. And please tell me what is istisna, what is mustasna, and what is mustasna minhu. Istisna.
Illa is the harful istithna, and fasajadu, it's the mustathna minhu, the group of angels. This was excluded, and Iblis is the mustathna.
Good.
MashaAllah. Can someone else also come forward and explain this? Repeat the same.
Okay, I'll do that. فَسَجَدُوا إِلَّا إِبْلِيسَ. So إِلَّا here is harf istithna, and إِبْلِيسَ is mustathna. فَسَجَدُوا استثنى منه.
Very nice. Okay, so now we know that the component, there are three components to this sentence. Illa and fasajadu is mustasna minhu, and iblisa is what? Please help me.
Mustasna.
Mustathna.
Yeah.
Ustad,
To ask in a way, not that.
Ustada,
Can I ask
Okay.
something?
Iblisa,
Illa is used for exceptions in Arabic.
can you
When
hear
illa
me?
is used in a sentence, the exception being made, which involves the concept of mustasna, the exception, and mustasna minhu, that from which the exception is being made. We have already. Now there are three types of.
Can you hear me, Ustada?
Yes.
Just one addition. Pasajadu illa Iblisa. Everybody prostrated except Iblisa. Iblisa is mustasna, and mustasna minhu. Let us look at this again. What the minhu here.
Yeah, we'll come to that.
Yeah. Is it Jadu or something else? Ustad Muhammad and Ustad, you
Yeah.
can.
The fasajadu is whom, it's them, okay? Because it's plural. You can see waw and hamza at the end. So the is whom, they, the group.
Yeah. There are a group of numbers,
Yeah.
numbers, and out of them, only one has been excluded by Illa.
Is Iblis.
So it's actually whom, the subject there, not fasa jadu, action there,
Yes,
brothers
the
and
whom.
sisters. Let's say is an entity, whom it's
a
also
group
an
and
entity, but it's a group.
And it
So
is
whom is the
represented by the
Yeah.
letter. Yeah.
MashaAllah, good.
And to be clear, fasajadu illa iblis, that doesn't mean this was they were talking in Quran about the angel, and Iblis did not, but he is not among the angels. You know, there was a group, and he happened to be present there. He did not. So this group and that group are not the same. This is a group of angels who prostrated and others, but Iblis did not. Usually there is people get confused, so to just clarifying out of context here. There are three types of mustasna minhu. First is positive statements with action. Second type is the negative statements with action not completed. And the third is negative statements with sense of exclusivity and emphasis. Let us go to the first one. Examples of illa with positive statements with action done. Action is completed here. And these are the mujib statements. These are called mujib istisna, because there is no negative. Fasajadu illa iblisa. They all prostrated except Iblis. You see, there is no nafi here, no negation. The work of prostration is already done. It's complete. And this is the mustasna. Fasajadu is mustasna. Iblisa is. Iblisa is. I leave fill in the blanks for you guys to fill.
Mustasna.
Jazakallah. And in this sentence, the group mentioned is whom. Whom is hidden over there, and it is represented, is represented by the sakin letter waw. Specifically, the group from which the exception is being done is those who did prostrate, which is mentioned explicitly, and mustasna here is mansub. You see, iblisa, mustasna is mansub. It has a fatha on it. I think you have done the mansubat or have to do. This is one of the mansubat. Illa is one of the mansub. There are exceptions to that, which you can see later on. But here it is mansub. Specifically, the group from which the exception is being done is those who did prostrate, which is mentioned explicitly. So the group from which we are excluding is this group, the group of people or the group of angels who prostrate. From this group, the exclusion, who is excluded? Iblis is excluded. So to help with the exclusion, we are using the tool Illa. Illa is a tool which is that Iblis is different from this group. Let us go to the next sentence. Kullu shay'in la wajhahu. Everything will be destroyed except his face. So here, kullu shay'in halikun is mustasna minhu, istisna, and wajhahu is mustasna. There does not need to be a verb stated for an action to occur. Nouns such as and ism maf'ul also refer to actions being done. You see here halikun. It is, Ustad, this is file, right? Ismo file.
Yeah.
Yeah, like fa'ilun.
Yeah, it's a
So,
shibu
yeah,
fail, okay?
it is a shibu fail. So even a shibu
They will
fail.
not understand that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just in simple language, you just explain in short.
It is a shibu file that can also function like mustasna minhu. Examples of illa with negative. Second type, examples of illa with negative statements, with no action done. La yukallifu nafsun illa wus'aha. No person is charged capacity. So this is about what's going to happen on the day of judgment. So then no person is charged. You have a law, and so this is a negative statement because of the presence of extra law here. Illa would also shows the exclusion, but law is added to make this part a negative statement. So no person is charged except or more than what they can bear, more than their wusat or capacity. So here is negative statement and the action is not done. This is going to happen in future. Minuna illa khalila. So they do not believe except for a few. Again, a presence of la with mustasna, make mustasna. Then you have the istisna and I'm sorry, mustasna minhu is hurufe istisna and mustasna here. And they are all in mansub state. You see here. The mustasna is in mansub state. La ila khalila, the group mentioned again is denoted by whom and is represented by the letter vav. So explicitly the mustasna not shown as here. Specifically, the group from which the exception is being done is those who did not believe. Explicitly. Now let us go to the third type of last statements. This is the negative statements with sense of exclusivity and emphasis. So here, mustasna minhu is implied. You know, the name of the group is explicitly, but it is implied inside. And that kind of illa is called adatul hasr. Adata is like a tool terminology used in grammar. So it restricts, plays the role of adatul hasr, referring to the tool of restriction and emphasis in Arabic. When illa is used, it indicates exclusivity. La ilaha illallah. So when illa is used after la, you see the initial is there is no God except Allah. It serves as adatul hasr, emphasizing that there is no deity except Allah. So to show that something is very exclusive, you see, in the advertising field, they say this offer is exclusively for members. So we feel so special about it. So here also to show exclusivity and to give emphasis to what we are saying or in the sentence, illa is used. Here, such illa with the help of la is called adatul hasr. In this construction, illa acts as a tool of restriction and la negates the existence of anything but what comes after illa. So the restriction says except. If you say except, then you are restricting something. You don't just say this is so and so. But lekin in Urdu, there is a restriction. Oh no, there is something which is not included here. So this illa acts as a restriction and la negates. And la negates existence of what comes after illa. There is still a mustasna, which is Allah. So Allah is the mustasna. The ma with illa, ma and illa and ma. When illa follows ma, it creates a restrictive clause. Example, ma ja'a illa zaydun. None came except Zayd. Here, illa emphasizes that Zayd is the only one who came. The mustasna minhu, that which is being excluded from it, means none sentence. Ma ja'a. You see, it is not mentioned. Like, for example, if you say all students came except Zayd, all students are mustasna minhu, explicit. Like you know that Zaid is being excluded from all students. But here all students or is not mentioned, but it is implied. It is hidden. We have to assume that. So here illa creates restriction and to show the only one who came. Because, you know, there are sentences with some purpose. Here, maybe the purpose was to show that Z is the only person come. We don't want to give importance to the students, whoever is the main group. So for such purposes, we use the implied form where mustasna minhu is implied and not obvious. Don't tools to express different things. Come to the, let's go to the summary. In the above cases, illa serves as an adatul hars, tool of restriction, sense of exclusivity and emphasis. As I told you, we had wanted to point out to people that Zaid, talking about Zaid is more important than talking about the other person. We wanted to use this to show exclusivity and emphasize. Negative statements with sense of exclusive are also called adatul hasara, that limits, restricts to mean except or only. We'll have harfun nafi sentence and no visible mustasna minhu as above. So as I told you, in these kind of negative statements, you don't have the mustasna minhu or the main issue from which some exclusion is done. It is implied, it is hidden. So such statements are called adatul hasara. Negative statements often will not contain, remember, negative statements, and also remember the word often will not contain an explicitly mentioned mustasna minhu. So and these are perhaps the most common types of exceptions found in the Quran. These kind of mustasna minhu sentences, there is no mustasna minhu, they are called istisna al-mufarragh, from which is empty, empty of a component. One component is missing. The missing component here is mustasna minhu. We don't have mustasna minhu. So they are called mufarragh, that is empty of a component. Means that the group from which the exception is being made is not mentioned explicitly. It is implied. I can give you another example about ma ja'a illa zaidun. You see, it's a negative sentence. Ma ja'a, no one came except Zaid. No one from whom? Which group? So here, emphasis is given only to Zaid. And it is a negative sentence because of the use of an element or particle ma. Let us go to these sentences in the end. La ya'kuluhu illa al-khatiyun. None will eat it except only the sinners. La is of negation. Ya'kuluhu illa al-khatiyun. None will eat. We don't know among the none who are we referring to. Mustasna minhu is not present. Do you see an explicit mustasna minhu, anyone here?
No, we don't see, but this might be the reason why it is not mansub, maybe? Because only in the case of ma and e, we didn't see any
Ustaza Humaira,
Yes.
she is our sister Nada.
Yeah, I know Nada Nuri.
She talks like that. You know, she went ahead, means advanced.
sorry.
This is beautiful. This is fantastic. This is how the whole class should be behaving.
Yeah.
If we know something, volunteer, it's fine. It creates a kind of relaxed atmosphere, fun atmosphere.
Alhamdulillah, but I was thinking about ma ja illa zaidun.
Somehow my computer is not showing the
think.
sound that my phone is showing.
Yeah, carry on. Yeah, okay. Carry on. Yeah, okay, sorry.
Wama Muhammadun illa Rasulun. Muhammad is no one but only a messenger. And here again, the mention, and it says, Muhammad is no one but a messenger. But the other people who are excluded, the main group, is not mentioned here. Illa hayatuna dunya. There is no life but our present life of this world. So the other group of life, the group in which other types of life is not shown. Mustasna minhu is absent here. So mustasna minhu should be implied and it is absent. Illa hayatuna dunya. This is the. Can anyone point out something here with mustasna? And can you see any discrepancies here or any differences between the mustasna in these three sentences?
Yeah, I just see different i'rab. If we have illa al-khati'una, there's a fatha there. And when we have when you go to the next sentence, وَمَا مُحَمَّدٌ إِلَّا رَسُولٌ, here we see tanween dhammatain.
Yeah.
So what I'm thinking, negative particle ma, which acts as a negative sentence, a restrictive clause is being implied here. So that's the reason why. Very clear?
Yeah, it makes us start thinking in different ways. Actually, as we had read in the beginning, that mustasna is always in the mansub status, except. So here, in certain cases where mustasna minhu is absent, and also it is a negative statement, in those cases, the i'rab of differs. It can be sometimes fatha, mansub, and sometimes it can be marfu, and sometimes it can be majrur, depending on the role. Yeah. Depending on the role it has to play in the sentence. So if it is it would be marfu. And if it is maful bihi, it would be mansub. And if it is a jar majrur fragment over there, then it would take only here in these kinds of sentences, this mustasna would take different i'rab. So don't get confused saying that, oh, they said it, but in this case, in this sentence, in this kind of sentences, where it is mufarragh, this kind of variations do occur.
These are the exceptions, you mean?
Exceptions. It is a rule. Here it is a rule. When mustasna minhu is not there and it is a negative statement, then it will take the i'rab. Or some it can also follow the not here, but here mustasna minhu is not here. So in some other cases, it can also follow the mustasna minhu. And it's, sometimes in other cases, not here, but here it is according to the role it has to play in the sentence. You see, Muhammad, if you remove illa, ma Muhammadun Rasulun. So here it becomes Muhammad is Rasul. So it is a file. So because it is a file, it is marfu because it is acting like a file here.
I think Ustada, I think the point to be known mustasna will have a mansub status only when mustasna minhu is there. But when the mustasna minhu only implied, and is also negative statement.
Yes.
The i'rab of mustasna will vary from fatha,
Yes.
dhamma, and kasra. That's the basic
Right.
explanation.
Yes, you are right. Absent and the sentence being negative.
Yeah.
Then it will take the Arab of the role it plays in a sentence.
Is that clear?
Yeah, Ustad, the first example, I'm not able to understand. How is mustathna minhu implied here? La ya'kuluhu.
Okay.
Because I see the who there. To understand.
Okay, can I just talk about it?
Yes, Ustad.
Yeah. It is just slightly inappropriate terminology we are using to clarify that. I am just looking at your screen. Okay, mashallah. The word implied is not appropriate here to say. When you say fasisa, the mustasna minhu, we can see it there. Okay? So if you remember in Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Jar Majrur Muta'alliq, and there is no fail there, Muta'alliq bil fail, or there is no Muta'alliq bil khabar there. It is implied, it is mahzuf. Okay, but in this case, when we talk about what was the example you are using?
Ya'kuluhu illa.
Excuse me.
Negative statement. La ya'atihun.
Okay. Here, implied meaning is hidden, you understand. Implied is concealed. It is not concealed, it's not hidden. When there is no exclusion, from your words, everybody's consultation, I'm just picking it up. When there is no exclusion action there, that something is separated from something, then it will not be there. It doesn't exist. It's not implied. That's the little correction I wanted to do. Implied means hidden. You know, when we say fa'ala, there is an implied fa'il. Yeah.
Would it be correct to say in the absence of mustasna minhu?
Exactly. It doesn't exist. In the absence of what you said was fully right.
Yeah.
Mustasna there, it means exclusion is not there. It means there will not be any mansub.
Correct.
Mustasna as well. All these doesn't apply here. Why? Because actual mustasna minhu doesn't. It's just simply in this context, it doesn't exist because there is no exclusion here. We have a lot to cover on this chapter, Ustad and Ustada.
Yeah.
I feel, this page of this is very advanced. Okay, thank you very much. I thank you very much for having this opportunity for all this information about the Illa. Can you see there are 3 types of Adatul Hasana? One is an Illa, another one is La and Illa, Ma and Illa, In and Illa. These are module 2, but we cannot run a chapter on module 2 about Illa in module 2. So we included this. So take it likely, there is a way, there is a limit up to how much we should eat. So just to Ustada Humaira, quickly, just whatever you covered, the first page, Alhamdulillah, first 2, that's very good. I have no need. This is just touch, finish, and then go to, inshallah. Ustad Muhammad, is there any other lesson today or just one?
No, just this one, yeah.
Chance, Ustad, I would like to just cover at least 2 surahs, which we said they have already done the homework, if we can, inshallah. Okay?
Yeah, Ustada will finish very shortly.
Inshallah, inshallah. We are doing very well. Very well.
We will just ask everyone to sum up what they have learned.
Juma Khan, Lubna, Sister Bushra, Walaikum Salam. Want to explain to Ustad?
Istisna is exception or exclusion in a sentence. It has three components. Harf istisna, so thing that is being excluded, mustasna, and what it is excluded from, mustasna minhu.
Correct. Is that your question answered?
Yeah. And someone else now come and explain this sentence to me. Fasajudu illa iblis.
Okay. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Fasajadu illa iblis. They all prostrated except Iblis. So it's like Iblis is mustasna from the act of prostrating, and it's like
Illa.
Yeah, illa mustasna.
No, istisna.
Istisna, yeah.
All right. And next, fasajadu.
Fasajadu illa iblisa.
What is fasajadu, Sister Lubna?
Is mustasna minhu.
Correct. But what I explained earlier on, fasajadu, the word fasajadu is got a hidden file in there, which is sukun. Or in this case is whom. So actually whom is
all
the
of them in
mustasna minhu. Not the whole word is the okay?
Exactly.
Okay. Anybody else? Ustada?
Yeah, we can ask them to explain this sentence now. La yukallifullah.
Sister Bushra, are you able? Brother Imran? Hajira? Welcome salam, Brother Imran. Please explain number 2.
I joined late, but I can try a little bit. So example of illa here with negative statements. La yukallafu nafsun illa wus'aha. No person is charged with more than his capacity. So here, illa mustasna.
Illa is istisna, brother.
Istisna. Okay.
Harful istisna.
Harful istisna. Okay. And
with aha?
Usaraha would be mustasna bih.
No, brother.
No, mustasna. Oh, sorry. Usaraha is
somebody should step in without delay because it's being recorded. If someone is struggling, other people should. Yeah, please wait. Yeah.
Okay, so in this verse, la yukallifu nafsun illa us'aha. In here, mustasna minhu is la yukallifu nafsun. and illa is istisna, and us'aha is mustasna.
Inshallah.
MashaAllah.
Okay.
Can you explain the next one then, Sister
Well,
Shami?
my advice to all the teachers, if you're running a class, don't leave an empty, silent space in between. It has to be interactive. It has to be lively, no gap. Someone is struggling, someone else will come saying, Ustad, can I say it? Or Ustad should just say, immediately, someone step in. Always, struggling for a few seconds, someone else will come. That will create a very good environment. Please. Okay, carry on.
The next sentence,
Next one, yes.
La yu'minuna illa qalila. Or,
La yu'minuna illa qalila. So, la yu'minuna, la is for the negation. And yu'minuna, this is mustasna minhu, and illa is istisna, and qalila is mustasna.
Right. Now, you said mu'minu. Is that singular, plural? What is it? Plural. So what would be the mustasna minhu here? Wasukun, whom, yeah?
Yes, it's plural.
Whom, they. Yes? Good. So remember that one.
Adatul Hasr is tool which is or terminal of sometimes exclusivity or restrictivity. So when illa comes in the combination with the la, illa and la, it indicates that some exclusive. For example, the example la ilaha illallahu. So here in this sentence we have la and illa. So here Allahu is illa is harf istithna and Allahu is mustathna. It gives us a sense of except Allah. So that gives a sense of importance and rest. Restrictive.
Because there is no mustasna minhu. Okay?
Yeah, so in the absence of the mustasna minhu.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, pretty much that.
Okay. Next one, what happens when in and illa come together in that sentence? And you have the sentence there. In ja illa zaidun. Who is coming next? I thought you would come one after the other.
Yeah, there's few people there. Sister Nazni, Sister Roshna.
Can explain.
Sadaf, Sister Sadaf, Shabita, Sanita.
And in ja'a illa zaidun. So when illa follows, it's
if I could take it over because time is
the mustasna minhu is in ja'a illa zaidun is because it restricts. I mean, it's like a restriction of only Zaid came, only Jay, everybody else did not come on except Illa.
Okay, let me just.
Ustad will take over. Okay. Thank you. Barakallah.
Yeah.
Ustad, you can take over.
Inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.
I'm stopping share.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Inshallah. Right. Alhamdulillah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين. Okay, can you see this? Who is doing the key takeaway list for the chapter lesson 51 Illa amongst you? Someone is working.
Sister, I think Sister Fauzia and Ashafa.
Okay. So Fauzia probably not there. Okay, that's fine. Okay, this is what is the object. Okay, the teacher will always know what are the key takeaways of today in any lesson. I'm just demonstrating that quickly. While you were, the discussion was going on, did that. And I'm just sharing this with the potential teachers, alhamdulillah. It should be. So based on that, you will make sure that these are achieved. Alhamdulillah, you are doing this nicely. Later in the group, if I was the teacher, I would, at the end, I will make sure the 3 types, which you have done, okay? But making sure that absolutely, explicitly, time should be spent on that. This memorization, there are these 3 types. What are the difference between these 3? Okay? It was going on fine, but making sure before they leave, there is no gap, no confusion. 3 types. Number 1 is action completed, and it will be mustasna mansub. Mustasna will be there. Can you admit anybody coming in, please?
Yeah.
So 3. Number 1, positive statement, action completed, mustasna mansub. It has been taught. But this has to be taken in. This has to be memorized. Positive statement, action completed, action done, mustasna mansub. Negative statement, action not done, mustasna still mansub. Okay? There is still an element of exclusion there in the type 2 of illa. Number 3 types, adatul hasara, no exclusion, no mustasna minhu. Sorry, no mustasna minhu. Okay? Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. And because there's no mustasna minhu, there is nothing which can be excluded because from is missing. So no exclusion, fine. Of course, there will be no mustasna minhu there. And then within adatul hasara, there are 3 types. How many types?
3.
And what are they?
3.
What are they?
La, ma, in.
La plus illa, ma plus illa, in plus illa. Okay, this is very common in negative. This one very not much. This is quite a lot, and this is a lot. Okay, so I will just. So if I could conclude here, I will leave it to you. Those who have got any gap in understanding, please follow the recording, the PDF file. As I said, page 2 of that it's quite advanced. Okay, it will take time for you to be master on all these points, inshallah. So, any quick burning, move into the surahs, at least 2 surah if we could complete, inshallah.
Students, if you haven't got any question, we'll move on to Quran. No one has any question.
Of course, only during this week, about the subject, if you had any question, please send it in the WhatsApp group. That will be dealt with, okay, inshallah. Right. Are you ready for Surah Fatiha? Can you still remember? I know you did it probably 2 weeks ago. Many of you have done that. Obviously, because of the time constraint, because of also up to which level you can cover it, it is still, as I said, I shall be going through this myself with you, inshallah, and I would like to only touch on the extent where we have taught you so far all the grammar related things. Yes. 51 onward, when you're doing from 50 to 58. Okay, so fine. Yeah. Okay, no problem.
What she say?
I'm supposed to do lesson 51 to 58. I've done it for myself. Okay, thank you very much.
I thought Ashraf was doing.
No one is lucky here. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Right, brothers and sisters. Al-Rajim, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim. What a beautiful surah and what an important surah, subhanallah. Okay, first of all, we should always do very quickly Basmala. Does anyone know what Basmala is?
Yeah, Bismillahir-Rahmanir-Rahim.
And Ista'ada, what is this? Right.
Asking protection from Allah.
Asking protection, mashallah. So we will do Audu another day, inshallah. We should, shall we do this quickly? No, let's just focus on this. We'll cover that another time, inshallah. This is, we are only looking at grammatical aspects up to your module 1, a little bit, okay? Some of you may know a little bit more. Let's just keep it to this level. There will be many times it will come back again and again, inshallah. Surah Fatiha and similar ayats, inshallah. So we'll try to really keep it to that level. Can follow this. B is a harf-e-jar, no doubt about it. After that, the ism is actually spelled ismun. Okay? And B is there, ba with kasra. So this is the only word in Quran. This alif, which is Hamzatul Wasl, has disappeared here completely. It shows like Allah here. Can you see? Bismillah. The alif, Hamzatul Wasl, and lam has been ignored. Ha has joined ra. This is pronunciation issue, tajweed issue. But this is the only word, alhamdulillah, in Quran that alif has been completely omitted. Special case. Okay? So B is a harf-e-jar. Ismun. Ismun is the ism B. So what B will do? It will make it majrur, kasra. So it has done kasra. So ideally it should have been min. Dammatain, it should have been this because of the majrur action. So, quick question. Quick. Why is it one kasra here?
Because
It is mudaf. Now, have I told you, I have said this at least 50 times in my previous classes, 50 times at 50 different situations, but they still can't. Do you remember what I said about this? Most people can't still remember. I want you to remember what I'm just telling you now. You have an ism, and I think I did go through this. I went through this with this class. And ism you have seen, definitely this is an ism. If there is no al, and if there is no tanween, either, okay? Then that will be a mudaf. How would you confirm? Look at this ism after, and if you see the majroor sign and definite sign, definitely this is ism is mudaf, and because of the mudaf it has changed. Mashallah, Allah is majroor. So far B harf jar, this is majroor, this is majroor as well, and then this is mudaf ilayhi. So this and this together is jar majroor. You happy with
Yes.
that? Remember that. Now this is a description. This is an attribute of Allah, and this is also another attribute of Allah. So this is sifat 1, this is sifat 2. Okay? Now, in some situation, as badal as well, this is something when you go to module 2, you learn. But sifat 1, sifat 2. There is no chance of saying this is mawsuf sifat because it looks same. But mawsuf sifat, as you know, this will describe, and here they are not, they are equal, they're same. Both are attributes of Allah. So it has to be one entity and then another entity. Gone. Now, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Al-1, we have mentioned it very briefly, and I'll keep it brief as well. This Al is a special Al, because you can see all praises and thanks, the meaning of Al-Hamd, from Hamdun, again, okay? Again, because of Al, it is Hamdu. Hamdun is the masdar. Hamdun means the praise. So where is all and where is any more word to add? We would have done it. Everybody should have added it just to express the maximum, the most, and all the praises and thanks, or any more words to express this. We would have put it in, because this Al is called Ale Istigrak. Istigr. Tig. G. Okay, we'll study that in details later. So Ali Istigra came before Alhamdu, and so this is emphasizing the holistic approach here of Alhamd. Thanks. Lillahi. Now you have touched a little bit. So Lillahi is jar majrur. Li plus, okay, jar majrur. This is ism with al. Definitely this is mubtada, no doubt about it. And ism came at the beginning of a sentence. You don't have to know what is after. Forget about it. A mubtada, and ism came, unless it's a different kind of jumlatul ismiya. Jumlatul ismiya will have jumlatul mawsul, but generally an ism starting with it, most cases it will be mubtada. And if it is mubtada, then there must be a khabar. Okay? Now this khabar be mahzuf. Mahzuf. Mahzuf means hidden. Hidden. It exists. Okay? Now, there is something will come here, imaginary, which we will not talk here. This is at a later level. But in a situation when khabar, actual khabar, you know how khabar looks like. And this is not khabar, this is not khabar by meaning. So why is khabar then? Khabar is hidden. Khabar would have looked like mubtada is marifa. And khabar is, and I cannot see this. So it's mahzuf, okay? It's hidden. There are 4 words here. Mahzuf, hidden, latent, and one more. More latent. Okay, fine. So it is mahzuf here, And in a situation like this, jar majrur will come. My boss is not here because I'm, a term I'm using. I'm muta'alliq bil khabar here. I'm muta'allaq bil khabar. My boss, muta'alliq, is actually an appointment. He is not here for now. Temporary khabar. Jar majrur will play the role of the temporary khabar. Clear? So I've got mubtada alhamdulillah. Lillahi is khabar. Okay? And muta'alliq bil khabar. Just try to remember the name. So it's khabar. In other words, khabar, playing the role of a khabar. It's not full khabar. It is just acting, representative of actual khabar. Then, here now, of course, this is sifat of Allah, Rabb. And Rabbil Alamin, this is mudaf ilayhi. I'm sure you have already question. Rabbil Alamin. Why is Rabbi here? Allahi. It has to match sifat and badal as well. Okay, both has to match. Rabbil Alamin, again mudaf here. You know that, mashallah. And then mudaf ilahi down, mashallah. Ar-Rahmanir Rahim. Okay, so Ar-Rahman again is an attribute of Allah, so it will connect here as one, sifat 1 and sifat 2. The way I'm writing, you are following, I hope. Okay, I hope. And you should be making notes. And those who have done this, please spend a little bit of time going through this last part of the video and add anything which you may have missed out, correct anything which you add according to my explanation, please. Otherwise, you will forget. Okay, please spend I think 10-15 minutes on that. Okay, done. Then let us go to the next. Rahmanir Rahim. Malik Yawmiddin. Malik Yawmiddin. What is Malik? Tell me. Who can tell me?
Allah.
Okay.
And also mudaf.
Everybody will call sifat Malik. Anybody wants to call different? Have you heard? It is important that we do it right. It's not sifat here. Malik is Allah. This Malik is used for Allah. Okay. Okay. This is badal here. Now you don't know full badal yet, but would you please make a note that you will call it badal. Badal minhu is the same entity. Allah, he mentioned there, Malik is now representing Allah. In fact, Allah and Malik is the same entity. Sifat is not is kind of something which does not exist in reality. Sifat, but entity is the full. Allah is in existence. Allah is in existence with us. We don't see, fine, but Allah is everywhere. Ar-Rahman, basically, it's the function it does, the action it does. By that, it is Ar-Rahman. By that, it's Ar-Rahim. Okay, you'll understand it more. So Badal and Sifat, there is a chapter in our module 2 in the beginning, inshallah. So Badal, Malik is not Sifat. Ar-Rahman, Ar-Rahim, Rabb, they are Badal as well as Sifat. Sifat mostly used, which is fine. We'll keep to Sifat, but this is not Sifat at all. Okay, so that's Malik, also Mudaf. Someone said Malik, and Mudaf ilayhi is Yaumi. Yaumun has changed to Yaumi because it's becoming what? Again, it is playing a role of Mudaf here. So it's a chain of, we call it mudaf ilahi chain. So yawmi din. Adin, this harakat changes, majrur state, kasra, all this you understand, mashallah. That's fine. This is
So, Ustad,
yes.
Maliki is kasra still because it's connected to that li initially, or why?
No, it is connected with the badal. Allahi, Maliki.
Okay, so the badal, so it's going to follow whatever i'rab of the badal.
Exactly. Badal and sifat, very important. People mix up throughout. Okay. But there's two different entity, two different grammatical rules, but there's a lot of similarity there. That's where people get mix it up. You will find slightly different interpretation of these from different ustads. I agree, understand that, okay? But when I talk to you, you know how I do hard, and I wouldn't say, oh, that is totally wrong. I wouldn't say that. I would just say this exists, this exists, this exists. You just choose one based on the best grammatical knowledge you have. So this is our view. This is our, when I say it is most view, remember. You know, a lot of, anyway, let's keep it short. That's fine. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Again on this, you will hear different grammatical terkib. Listen to our one, inshallah. Iyaka na'budu wa iyaka nasta'in. Iya. Iya. What is iya? And why is this iya here? And you know the meaning of this is wa iyaka nasta'in. So it means we worship, and we worship you. Ideally, if it is normal, na budu. What is na budu means?
We worship.
We worship. And if I had ka there, na budu ka, that would have been good enough, normal. Na budu ka. As pronoun. We worship you. Now, that is not enough to say that we just worship you and we ask for help from you. No, Allah is, it's only you we worship, nothing else. Help from. So for that emphasis, Alhamdulillah, this is Allah's loves, Allah's words. Look at this, how it came. Iyaka. Any situation, this is abnormal sentence structure. Okay, this is mudaf, this is maf'ul. This is maf'ul bihi. Now, maf'ul bihi comes after the verb, fail, correct? That's the structure. Yes. Normal. This is abnormal. See many abnormal structure, and they do happen only for emphatic reason, importance. Okay, it's only you. Ka is the maf'ul bihi mukaddam, means kaddam means it came ahead, it came forward. So this has been for the emphatic reason. So what is this doing there, brothers and sisters? Attached pronoun can't stay on its own. Can it? Attached pronoun cannot. Detached pronoun can attached pronoun. You know the explanation I'm giving you? This is from many people. From there, and this is now, inshallah, you will agree with me, complete explanation I'm giving to you, and quite nice. People like you and me, we would love to say it in this way to our students, inshallah. So ka cannot stay there. Ka needs a support. Alhamdulillah, this is created And this is not used for anything else. This iya, you see, this is a special detached pronoun to support this. And this carries the meaning of only. This is my Australian Ustad, Alhamdulillah. What a beautiful reasoning. So can you see? Ka is supposed to be with nabudu. Ka maf'ul bihi should stay after the fi'l, but instead it has been brought before earlier, and it's called maf'ul bihi muqaddam. Forget it, no problem. So support attached pronoun special brought in, and this attached pronoun is not part of the 14, and you will see it anywhere. Only in Quran 3 or 4 places like that, few words. That's it. To me, this is to mean only. So iyyaka na'budu, done. We only, it's only you we worship. It's only you we ask for help. Similar. I wouldn't go into the other one because they are just for now. We will learn what comes. Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in ihdina. I'm sure you have done it very. Ihdi, hada yahdi, yagon, and Hamzatul Wasl created. Ain kalima has got dal with kasra, so Hamzatul Wasl will have kasra. Ihdi, show, okay, order, ihdi, na, me, maful bihi, ihta, al-mustaqima. What to show me? The sirata, the path. Al-mustaqima, straight. This is Mawsuf Sifa. Describing this Mawsuf Sifa. Okay. Now this
Ustad,
gets
just one more question. In this ayah, ihdina ihdi is the fi'l, na is the maf'ul. So as-sirat al-mustaqim is also a maf'ul.
As-sirata maf'ul too.
As-sirata, only as-sirata.
Yeah.
Okay.
Na is maf'ul bihi 1 and as-sirata is maf'ul bihi 2. Happy?
Yes.
Remember?
Jazakallah khair. Yes.
MB2 and MB1. This, okay? Clear? Everybody clear? Okay? And al-mustaqim is the sifat of as-sirata. Now, brothers and sisters, I mentioned the term badal. And it's just one more month, inshallah. After that, you will learn that. The very first chapter, the second chapter, badal. This is badal of this. One of the difference, ITNG, this is Mawsuf Sifa, they have to match, okay? All four at this stage, it has to match. Okay? Mawsuf Sifa. But when it is the only difference between Mawsuf and badal is the type of noun do not need to match. Badal will not. Asirata. Al is missing here, it is still badal. Badal. It's only badal. We cannot say anything else. Okay? That's fine. Sirata. Alladina. Sirata. Alladina. Sirata. Alladina. By meaning, their path. The path of those. So it's mudaf ilayh. But without looking at mudaf ilayh, anything, look at this ism. Is there any al here? No. Is there any tanween here? No. Maybe it's a mudaf. Oh yeah, look at this and look at the meaning. Sirat al-ladina. Their path. Their path. Which path? It is now describing. An'amta alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim waladdallin. Now here, path is badal. Then it is mudaf. Okay. In many situations, you will see one word, may play up to 3 to 4 roles simultaneously. But what will be important for us? How it's connecting with the next one. Okay, it could be a masdar, then it could be a maf'ul, then it could be a mudaf as well. Okay, see this. So in this case, it's badal first, then it's mudaf ilay. Allazina is mudaf ilay, mabni, you cannot see the harakat of majroor. This is fi mahalli jar. This is fi mahalli jar. Irab chapter you have studied. Irab, many people thought, and for a long time they keep it, oh, it doesn't change. It doesn't. It does change. Al-Ladina could be sometime Rafa, could be Majrur, could be Mansub as well. Depending on the role it is playing, we do not see this. That visibility doesn't change. Visibility you cannot see. You have bestowed your favor, alayhim. This is a new sentence, okay? New sentence. Jumlatul fi'liya. Anamta alayhim. Time. This is jar majroor. And very soon you will learn jar majroor will need a connection. It will need a connection with a verb or with a fi'l or with a now this ghair, according to Tajweed rule, it is important. I don't know how many of you do know. This must be pronounced alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim. This ghair has to be pronunciated with this, after this, immediately, without any space pause. This is Tajweed's essence is important. Anyway, ghayril, why? Because it's also a new sentence. And a new sentence can never start with a word with kasra. Never. Okay, so it has to be pronunciated alayhim together. Alayhim ghayril maghdubi alayhim. Ghayr is also a badal. Now this is a little bit strange to you, but for now just digest it. Please, this is also badal. This is badal of allazina. Imagine the meaning. We are saying, oh Allah, show us the path of those. Now, among those group, don't include us in that group, Allah, please. So this ghair is a partial badal of allazina. Badal, there are 4 types, you will learn later. But this is also a badal. Simple. Allazina, you remember, what was the irab of that? Sirat al-ladhi. Majrur. What is the irab of this?
Majrur.
Badal has to match ing, except may not match. Definiteness, al may match, may not match. So badal. Okay. I'm giving you Ustad Muhammad, Ustad Umaira, can you see? I'm giving a little touch on that. Hopefully. Ghair al-maghdubi. Ghair is, again, it's a zarf which you do not know.
We read about it, the special mudaf.
Special mudaf, okay. All
yes.
Right. Mashallah. So this is also special mudaf. If it is a special mudaf, then this will be a mudaf ilayh. And you can see the sign of that. Okay. Again, same reason. Can you see three letter ism? Emphatic on ghair, without. This is emphasizing on that. Definitely not that group, Allah, who you have given ghazab. Okay, not in that group. Okay, the group who you have bestowed your favor upon. وَلَا and also another explanation is negative, saying not those went astray. So, al-Dallin, there is more to talk about this. There are more on other matters to talk about this. I would like to keep it to this level. Up to this level, the points I just touched on, except Badal. Any question? Anything you did?
Is Ustad, is maghdubi ismi maf'ul?
Is that what you found somewhere?
No, I'm asking. We
Okay.
read in one lesson, we read ismi fa'il, ismi maf'ul.
Now, if it is maf'ul, okay, according to your knowledge, there has to be a fail connecting that. An'amta is a verb. Alayhim. Okay, there's no maf'ul so far. Ghayr is a different sentence. Ghayril maghdubi. Now, only word is there. Now, it's a good question. I'm going to catch you now. This is ismul maf'ul.
Yes, that's what I thought.
Correct. But it's not maf'ul.
No. I thought it's ismi maf'ul. That's what I put in.
Ismul maf'ul doesn't need a fail connection.
Yes.
But maf'ul there has to be a fail before that. Maf'ulun, can you see this maf'ulun, brothers and sisters? Maf'ulun, fa'ala, fa'il, and then maf'ulun, maghdubun, ghazaba, maghdubun. This is maf'ul. Ismul fa'il will have different patterns, okay? Ismul fa'il. So.
Yeah, even Ustad, I also thought it's maf'ul because it follows the pattern maf'ulun. So even I thought
MashaAllah. Good point. Alayhim waladdallin. Okay, any other point? Any other question?
Yeah.
Anything you found contradictory?
Ustad, in the last ayah, صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم. What I thought was, أنعمت عليهم is it's a sila of الذين. Am I wrong?
You are not wrong. Al-Ladhina, wherein Ismul Mawsul will be there. Naturally, there will be a Silatul Mawsul. Why is it not mentioned and should not be mentioned? Because that breakdown doesn't help in comprehending the surah's message. So there's no, if we keep Al-Ladhina and the rest of Ismul Mawsul, we need to know that. And it does exist, yes, of course. And you need to draw a line up to where Silatul Mawsul goes. But in this tarkib of this surah and other, it needs to be kept up to the point where it is important to comprehend the meaning. That's Silatul Mawsul and Ismul Mawsul together, Jumlatul Mawsul breakdown. Here, I haven't heard anywhere, I haven't read anywhere. But we need to know this. That's the point.
Right, understand. And
Good,
also, after
you must understand that. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. Yeah, so غير المغضوب, since it's starting with مركب إضافي together with المغضوب, or should we call it?
Call it, but again, it's not helping. I mean, the only important construction, only important component
Is it the badal of lillahi in the second ayah? Alhamdulillah.
Yes. Badal will, like istisna, harf istisna, you have mustasna minu, from which it is coming from. Same badal will have a principle. What is it? Move Allah, the word Allah. Okay, Malik is the badal of Allah. So all the properties has to match. Lillahi, Allahi, Maliki.
Okay.
Yeah, badal has to match. Just only the type of noun, definiteness, may not match. That's it. That's how it's badal.
Okay.
Good point. Good point.
All right. Jazakallah khair, Ustad.
Okay. Ustada?
Yeah. Ustad, you can end with the dua.
Okay.
Your class, you want me to finish it?
She wants you to, Ustad. Don't ask again, please. Don't
Yeah.
embarrass us.
Okay.
Don't
Let's do the
embarrass
dua.
us. Thank you.
Yeah.
Because your dua is very nice, Ustad.
Is it?
Yes, that's right.
You want the dua? Oh my God.
Just yeah, I mean, short time, short dua. Ustad.
Okay, students, your homework, please keep on doing your homework. Ustad will check them every week. And I've seen some of your bullet that Ustad asked you to do. It was brilliant work. Carry on doing your homework and remember us in your dua, inshallah. And like to conclude these lessons. Any questions? WhatsApp platform is for you to put your questions. And then we'll meet you on Monday again, inshallah, with lesson 53, 54, and 55. Please prepare, go through your PDF and prepare your questions if you have any questions. And I will be doing the class on Monday, inshallah. Okay? Barakallahu fikum. وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله
وعليكم
وبركاته.
السلام ورحمة الله.